As the 2018 fantasy baseball approaches, we take a look at the biggest news and storylines from each club. We'll feature one team each weekday, and we'll finish up on Feb. 16th, the first day all teams will have their pitchers and catchers on the field for workouts. Series Index, schedule for all 2018 team previews. A run of 4 consecutive division titles from 2011 to 14 is a distant memory now, as the Tigers have begun a complete rebuild, both on the field and in the dugout, with new manager Ron Gardenhire. Stalwarts Ian Kinsella, Justin Upton, J.D. Martinez and Justin Verlander are no longer around, and while a few familiar faces remain, they're getting up there in age. It's time for the next generation of Tigers to emerge. .2017 at a glance: a record 64-98, 5th in L Central, hitting 18th, 4.54 RG, pitching 30th, 5.36 ERA, park factor, scoring asterisk 4th, 1.169, park factor, HR 8th, 1.154 asterisk. Bet you didn't know Comerica Park was such a hitter-friendly environment. It's been above average the last twos. Arrival soft Leonese Martin SP Mike Fierce Martin was 15 homer, 24 steal guy with Seattle in 2016, but he cratered last in limited action. He'll give the Tigers solid defense in center field and should have the green light to run. Fierce, 8-10, 5.22 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, was one of many arms in Houston last, so it's no surprise he was allowed to leave as a free agent. At age 32, he's a low-cost addition to the starting rotation who'll eat innings and get some strikeouts, but beware of those elevated ratios. Players to watch: 1B Miguel Cabrera, 3B of Nicholas Castellanos SP Michael Fulmer. Cabrera will be one of the most difficult players to rank this. On one hand, there's a mile-long track record of excellence, 13 consecutives of at least a .290 average, and 12 out of 13 with at least 25 homers and 100 RBI. But 2017 was nowhere close to that level. Plagued by a back injury, Cabrera hit .249 with 16 homers and 60 RBI in 130 games. Turning 35 in April, can he rebound to health and resemble his former self? His strikeout rate, a career-worst 21% in 2017, will be a good indicator. Nicholas Castellanos led the Tigers with 101 RBI in 2017 while playing both third base and outfield. Photo: Peter Aiken, USA Today Sports. Entering his age 26, Castellanos could be the focal point of the Tigers' offense very soon. He set career highs in runs, home runs and RBI last, all while cutting down on his strikeout rate. He'll move from third base to right field, and have fantasy eligibility at both spots. Fulmer underwent surgery to move a nerve in his elbow and missed all of September. However, he should be ready for spring training and should assume the unofficial title of star face with Verlander no longer around. The 2016 AL Rookie of the Year can throw hard and has excellent control, but he's only averaged 6.8 strikeouts per 9 innings over his twos in the majors. Sleeper 3B Jaime Candelario, 24, hit an impressive .266, .361, .507 at Class AAA Iowa, got a mid-season call-up to the Cubs and was dealt to Detroit at the trade deadline. The switch hitter didn't display the same type of power in the majors, but he wasn't overmatched either. .330, .406, .468 in 106 plate appearances with the Tigers. He'll be the everyday third baseman. Bullpen closer, Shane Green next. Joe Jimenez is the Tigers' traded away bullpen arms. Green moved into the closer's role after the trade deadline and proved to be more than competent. He converted 8 of 9 save chances over the final 2 months and finished with a 2.66 ERA and 73 strikeouts in 67 2/3 innings. Jimenez, 23, profiles as the team's closer of the future. He never had an ERA above 2.70 at any level of the minors, while posting strikeout rates over 12K/9. However, he struggled mightily in his first taste of the majors, with a 12.32 ERA in 19 innings. Position battle: trading Kinsella to the Angels opens up the job at second base, where Dixon Machado becomes the heir apparent. A .603 career ops says he doesn't have a lock on the job, but no challengers have emerged. Left field is also up for grabs. Mickey Martuk and Jack R.B. Jones are the principal competitors, with Rule 5 pickup Victor Reyes also a possibility. None are fantasy-worthy at this point. Prospect SSP Bo Burrows SP Franklin Perez. Starting pitching is the strength of the Tigers farm system, and they can afford to take their time as several high draft picks work their way up the ladder. Burrows, taken number 22 overall in the 2015 draft, should move up to Class AAA to start and is probably the closest to the majors. Perez was the centerpiece in the Verlander deal with Houston, reaching Class AA last year as a 19-year-old. Dynasty leaguers should keep an eye on him for now. Projected batting order: 1. CF Leonis Martin 2. 3B Jaime Candelario 3. 1B Miguel Cabrera 4. DH Victor Martinez 5. RF Nicolas Castellanos 6. LF Mickey Martuk 7. C James McCann 8. SS Jose Iglesias 9. 2B Dixon Machado. Projected rotation: 1. RHP Michael Fulmer 2. RHP Jordan Zimmerman 3. LHP Matt Boyd 4. RHP Mike Fears 5. LHP Daniel Norris